Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Her Husband Left, Took the Cars, and Kicked Her Out. Let's get right into it.
Some of the most beautiful, talented, ambitious, gorgeous women end up with losers because they never learned when or how to check their egos. I've seen so many beautiful women, I used to be one, trying to convince losers of their worth because their ego just could not fathom somebody not wanting them. Have y'all ever seen a woman who was bending over backwards trying to prove herself to a man, and you look at the man and be like, you're out of his league, what are you doing? That woman is likely leading with her ego, and she cannot fathom, I have this, I have that, I bring XYZ to the table, and he's refusing to see it. Let me pull his eyes open a little wider and let me show him and let me hold up the magnifying glass so he can see who I am. And I hate it so much. And I don't have a wise or motivational or inspirational quote to give y'all or like a message or anything. Well, I guess I do have a message. The message is stop fucking doing it. Check your ego. No matter how beautiful, smart, ambitious, fit, funny you are, there will be people out there who do not see your worth. There will be people out there who see your worth and then they ignore it. There will be people out there who feel like they're just overwhelmed by your essence. Let them go.
Funny story that she said that, right? That women don't know when and how to check their ego and they're dating losers. I agree that women are dating losers, but it's not just her ego. That loser is on her level. She's a loser too, okay? Because there's no way that if a guy just rejects you, a girl's gonna just start chasing after you, right? That's like the trick to get with a girl. No. A girl's only gonna chase for your validation if she wants your validation. I agree, you might spark a little bit of interest if you reject a girl, but not long term enough unless she's attracted to you and she wants you. So the real issue is a lot of these women want losers because deep down inside, they're a loser too, okay? That's just the way it is. Anyway, I found another interesting clip on the internet. Let's listen to what she has to say.
One thing I have done in the past while dating men is tell them that they don't like me. Let me give you an example. If he is consistently inconsistent with communicating with me and he's always apologizing how he's always busy and all these life things happening, I just listen and I wait for them to finish and I say, I understand. It's because you don't like me. And I don't say it in a victim way. I'm genuinely saying it because you don't like me. If you really liked me, we would not be having this conversation because you would find ways to communicate with me during the day. But it's not a priority, and that is okay. If you don't like me, somebody else will. Yeah.
So why are you telling him that he doesn't like you? I mean, to me, that's a sign of low confidence. And to me personally, you said, and you try to clarify, you're not doing it in a victim way, but you are doing it in a victim way, okay? And there's some real victims out here, okay? Here's an example of it, right? The thing that this lady is going through here, she is the victim, but I personally believe she must have did something for her ex-husband to do all this. But let's listen to what she has to say. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Every day is a new day for this man to try to get a reaction out of me. I'm going to go over a list of things that this man has done to me to try to get a reaction out of me in the past almost 3 months that he's been gone. Stick around to the end to hear what he did today. Number one is my personal favorite, when he put the lockbox outside of the house so that a realtor can show our marital home to strangers. That was the day that I knew that his character outweighed any thoughts that I had about us rekindling or even having a friendship. Number two, he X'd me out of his family and uninvited me to his mom's hearing and then brought his girlfriend to his mom's hearing and then made all of our cousins say hi to her. Number three, always referring to our marital home as his house. My house. Every single time he references our marital home, he has to say, my house, my office, my garage, my. Number four, forcing past due utilities bills on me. Sir, I'm trying to deal with you leaving me. I'm trying to take care of these kids. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. What do you mean? I got to pay you these utility bills. Mind y'all, the bills were overdue hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Number five, not only did he introduce the girlfriend to the entire family, he introduced the girlfriend to our children. Not only did he introduce the girlfriend to the entire family, introduce her to our children, he had our daughter calling her mommy. Number 6, he's up in the church house with our children and his girlfriend every Sunday, praising the Lord. The man don't take care of his kids all week long, but on Sunday, he praising and worshiping. Number 7, he has given me a 30-day notice. I got a 30-day notice because I hired an attorney to protect myself. I got a 30-day notice in my own house, y'all. Number 8, taking the tags, the hard plates, off of the only car that I had to take care of his children with. Left me with no car. And finally, number 9 is actually a replay. The water. The water was shut off. Your man completely cut the water off. Not because of a bill that was due, but because he don't want his kids to have no water, obviously. If I'm going to be in here with the water, then his kids can't be in here with the water. So he got to cut it off. He cut the water off in the house. Tried to do it with the other utilities, but God. Even after all those things, the man still couldn't get a reaction out of me, and God still shows me favor. He took the tags off the car. I'm getting a new car. He turned the water off twice. The water is back on, baby. We ain't here taking hot showers. Glory be to God. Only God is carrying us, me and my children, through this situation because my ex-husband wants to try to ruin me, all for a reaction. He wants me to be under the bridge somewhere to make him feel better about himself. And it is truly, truly sad. And I will definitely continue to keep him in my prayers because that is awful. I am just so grateful to God that he has brought us through. We are ordering Five Guys tonight. We're having our car dropped off tomorrow. Again, we have water, we have electricity, we have gas in the home. Everything is just working out exactly how it's supposed to work out. And God is showing me exactly who my soon-to-be ex-husband is so I can never look back.
You know, what's interesting about this, and I don't know her situation, I don't know her husband, I don't know these people. These are just people I find on TikTok, okay? But I would argue that she did something really, really wrong. Okay, let's go through the list of things that she said he did. 1, he put the lockbox outside the house so the realtor could show the home to strangers, as she would say. Now, let me say this. The house is clearly for sale. And you clearly overstayed your welcome. Now, I am not no rocket scientist, and I'm not no therapist. But my assumption here is you've been supposed to leave, you haven't left, and so now they got to show the home while you're still there. That's just my assumption, okay? He brought the new girlfriend to his mom's hearing. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, when she says things like this, it makes me believe that she doesn't want the divorce, he wants a divorce. And the question would be, why would he want the divorce? She had to do something. So much to the point where she doesn't want to break up. Because most girls would just leave. Okay? Third thing, she says he calls it his house. But for some reason, you're not calling it your house. So maybe you didn't pay for it. Usually if a girl pays for something, she'll say, I've been paying the bills for all these years. She would say something like that. Because you didn't say nothing like that, it makes me feel like maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. So maybe she was a stay-at-home mom that cheated. I don't know. Another thing said that he introduced his girlfriend to his family. She said, our cousins. Why are you calling his family your cousins? Very, very creepy. But like I said, it seems like a girl that's still attached to you and you can't shake her off. He's trying to get you off him. He's trying to beat you off with a stick, but you won't leave. You won't evacuate the house. He's moved on. So the fact that he moved on tells me you did something wrong. Okay? And you said he took off the electricity, took the water off, he took the tags off your car. All these things are telling me you did something severely wrong, in my opinion. And he wants you to get out his house. He wants nothing to do with you. And all you can do at this point is play the victim. He's victimizing me. If I had to guess, she did something severely wrong. Cheated, something, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I would suspect so. Anyway, here's another woman who is struggling with co-parenting in her divorce. And it's interesting, so let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm here picking up my son from my ex-husband's house, and I am just so very disappointed in how far gone our co-parenting relationship has gotten. I used to be able to just walk up to the door, knock on the door, and be like, come on, I'm here. Like now I've been calling my son. He's clearly taking a nap and is not hearing my calls. And I send his dad a message, say, hey, let him know I'm here. And no response, because that's just what he does now. He just does not He just does not make co-parenting easy. And sitting in front of this house is just triggering me a little bit for so many reasons. The thing about it is there's so many of us that can tell our stories. And I would probably get on here and make Risa Tisa money if I told my story. And the reason I don't isn't to protect him, because it's my story. It is my story too. And it's a story that would be able to probably help women. It would probably, I'm going to shut up. It would help women to know a lot of the things that I've been through. And I just don't. And the main reason I don't is I cannot reconcile in my mind that it's okay to do that, knowing his children are my children. Does that make sense? Every time I try to be direct about a story, I think of my kids. I see their faces and I wonder, God, if they see this text or if they see this TikTok, even though there will be a lesson in it, I know I don't want to be too direct because I don't want to hurt them, even though certain things that might be done to them is hurting them. As their mom, I'm consistently thinking of their well-being and my actions and how that affects them. It's really hard for me to reconcile telling my story, knowing that it could potentially, my kids might, feel away. If only he could see it that way. If only he too can treat me with that same, let me be careful. I don't want to, her kids are my kids. Like, if we could just keep that train of thought, her kids are my kids. His kids are my kids. Like, and that's the reason I really have been super graceful with my 251,000 followers and not saying a lot. And the people that know me in real life, they're like, but it's just, it doesn't, what is it going to do? Self-gratification? I've been sitting out here 10.
Yeah, this lady needs help. And she expects privilege, a special privilege for being the ex-wife, the mother of your kids. And she said she was used to be able to just knock on the door and say that the kids were ready. But now she sends a text. She texts her son. She doesn't knock anymore. And she texts the husband. So, to me, if I had to guess, she's the problem, right? Because why did you stop knocking on the door? You're here to pick up your kids. Is he the primary care parent? Is his house their permanent residence? See, a lot of women will try to hit you with the, oh, I care about my kids, that's why I don't want to tell the story. You're online telling the story. You're on TikTok right now telling the story. You're telling parts of the story, but you're pretty much alluding to the fact that from your viewpoint, that your ex-husband's a piece of shit who's selfish, a narcissist, and, clearly won't work with you on parenting. I mean, right above your head, it says co-parenting disappointment. So you're pretty much saying their father's a disappointment. What else could you say that's not going to ruffle some more feathers to your 251,000 followers? People get on TikTok and they swear they're somebody. Let me tell you something, man. TikTok, unless you are the top people, you're nobody. Nobody. Short form content, and I learned this from YouTube, anybody and everybody will follow you. You post short term content, you can get, the easiest way to get a bunch of followers is with short term content. Everyone that watches, because it's like a bunch of kids, like immature people, and she thinks she can make a lot of money. Oh, if I told my story, I'd make a bunch of money. I don't think you would. I think you would embarrass yourself. I think you don't want to tell a story because it's going to reveal how shitty a person you are. And a lot of women, they don't want to admit that they did something wrong. They're always the victim. You're such a good woman. You're just so smart. You do everything right. But you just happened to pick a horrible man that just treated you so horribly and you decided to leave. Give me a break. I don't buy that for 1 second. Especially if you're at his house trying to pick up the kids and you refuse to knock on the door. Okay? Sounds petty to me, and it probably is petty. I don't know. Anyway, if you think there's a bunch of bad TikTok dating coaches, you know what's even worse than that? Someone giving advice as an older lady who has nobody and telling you your life is better without men. This is by far one of the worst videos I've ever seen, including all the videos prior to this. Let's listen to what she has to say.
To that guy who made the video going, ladies, is it true that you're happier on your own because you're tired of being lied to and cheated on and treated badly, and now you have achieved peace? Sir, do you see me? I am out here in the backyard looking at my plants, listening to the birds chirp. There's nobody bothering me. There's nobody getting on my nerves, disturbing my peace, asking me nothing foolish like what time is dinner. I don't have to do none of that. Guess what? If I don't want to eat no dinner, I don't have to eat none. I don't have to cook none. I can take myself out. I can go to the museum. I can go to the ballet. I can go out to a jazz concert. I can just do absolutely nothing. Go swimming. Just enjoy life. I'm packing. PAAC. Peace at all costs, baby. I am the official leader of the pack. Join the pack, ladies, if you are for peace at all costs with me. Because ain't nobody gonna disturb it because we deserve it. Yes, sir. We tired of the lies, the cheats, and the mistreatment. We out and we at peace. Comment.
Now, by the way, this lady, she's pretty popular, 102,000 followers. Like I said, any idiot could build a following on TikTok. TikTok is, if you're a fool and you want to build a following, go on TikTok. Because they bring that shit to YouTube. A lot of these TikTokers have a hard time growing on YouTube because there's a lot more men on YouTube. And the burden of performance is a lot higher. Okay, the threshold for actually making money and becoming profitable on YouTube is a lot higher. Anyone can make a short-term content. Try making a 30-minute video that people watch till the end. Try doing that. Not easy. You know, I put a lot of effort into my channel, and it took me a lot of years. I finally got the skill, and let me tell you something. It ain't easy. Anyway, let's address some of the points that she made. So clearly she's alone and she's old and she's a boomer, as she's saying. So maybe she's in her late 60s, early 70s. And the reason why she's alone, because she says she's tired of being lied to and cheated on. You know, it's funny to me that women associate dating a man with lying and being cheated on, as if every woman that has a man, a husband, a boyfriend is being lied to and cheated on. That's her perspective. Her anecdotal experience of choosing poorly means that all men are poor choices. You can't make this up. She also says she's tired of getting foolish questions like, what time is dinner? Gee, I never thought that what time is dinner was a foolish question. I learned something new. I guess I got to make sure never to ask my wife that. Because clearly she'd go and do nothing. That would be better if she just did nothing and enjoy life and go to museums and go to festivals and hang out and live a cavalier lifestyle instead of being able to serve someone like her family and her husband. Because a woman should never be asked what time dinner is. But men should know to pay for the first meal, to pay all the bills, to protect and provide. God forbid we ask, when is our food going to be ready? Because we've been out working, providing for everybody else. God forbid we ask, when food going to be ready? Just to have a conversation. Maybe he wants to know if he should stay at work a little bit longer, if food's going to be completed and finished a little bit later. Maybe could do a little bit more overtime. You ever thought about that? So many miserable, entitled women get on the internet and they build a community of tired, bitter, old women supporting them. And they think because the number is so large, they're right. Let me tell you something. Right is right, even if nobody's doing it. And wrong is wrong, even if everybody's doing it. So many women find other dumb, stupid, wrong, rotten women just like them and think because the number is so large, they ought to be right. They just have to be right. They can't be misguided. You can't become popular if you're misguided. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Okay, let's end off on a good note here. I thought this video was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Let's listen to what she has to say.
No,
not let the internet trick you into thinking that there are no good black men out there, because baby, there are plenty. I keep seeing this trend of, oh, you look happier, I stopped dating black men. Do y'all not realize that there's bad men in every ethnicity? Since y'all want to bash these black men so much, let me give some praise to my black men. There are plenty of good black men out there who will love you, take care of you, provide for you, take you on vacations, buy you flowers, buy you gifts, just because they want to see a smile on your face. And most importantly, marry you. It's a lot of women out there that will just overlook the good ones. I've seen it firsthand way too many times. Even on the Pop the Balloon show, that's the perfect example. Oh, he's too short. He's too boring. He doesn't make $250,000. He's a nerd. Like, come on. Now, I have no problem whatsoever with interracial dating. Go where you're loved, go where you're appreciated. But y'all are not going to bash these black men on my watch. Not on my watch. Not today. Not let the internet.
Well, thank you. And this is why I say on my channel, we celebrate married women and we condemn divorced women. We condemn it. Now, are there women out there that should get a divorce? Yes. But the issue is not that they should get a divorce and they got a horrible husband. The issue is that they chose poorly. A lot of women, you need to choose a lot better. If you date a man just because of money and it ends up funny, that's on you. If you date a man because of looks and he ends up being a crook, that's on you. So you have to measure a man based on his character, not how he makes you feel. Oh, lady, oh, the new guy you're talking to, he has a bunch of money. That ain't going to be enough. There's evil people with money. There's evil people that look good. There's evil people. And they have all types of external characteristics. They have all types of incomes. So you have to look at someone's character. Too many women, they have these strict requirements, these strict barriers for men. He has to be a certain height. He has to make a certain amount of money. He has to look a certain way. But that has nothing to do with his character. A man could be a certain height, have a certain amount of money, look a certain way, and treat you poorly at every turn. And women have not learned this. They're too focused on what this makes me feel good. I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say. This is what I want. I want a man taller than me. This is what I want. I want a man to make 200,000. This is what I want. And a lot of y'all not qualified. Y'all not qualified for the men you think you want. The men you want don't want you. That's why you're stuck with the losers, the liars, and the cheaters. Because that's the only men that will tolerate you and accept you. Yeah. But that's more of a reflection on you than them. See, when a lot of women run to the internet and they try to shame the men they dated, they have no idea that they're shaming themselves. Shame on you. So like this black lady said, there are good black men out there. You just happen not to find them because you either glance over them and they're invisible to you, or the things you want from a man of that caliber doesn't want you back. Those are the two primary issues. Because I hear women tell me all the time, oh, I'll never date a man that makes $50K. Average woman. If you won't date a man that makes $50K, which, by the way, $50K is more and above the average income of most men in America, including black men. If you won't date a man that way, you tell me that you could only date the tippity top of men, and you're not the tippity top of men. You have all these requirements, yet if a man turned around and had the same requirements for you, you'd be disqualified. And that's exactly what's happening. So it serves them right that they're failing in life. I think we should return to arranged marriages because back then, at least people got picked on their character and the quality of their family, and people had to just get along. Okay? Arranged marriages can work, and they do work. India has a 1% divorce rate. 1%. Like the lowest divorce rate in the world. Korea has a low divorce rate. So, understand this. That women fought for the right to choose. And now that they chose poorly, you have to ask yourself, are you really in the position of choosing a long-term partner for yourself? I think we know what that answer is. I think we know exactly what that answer is. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.